Welcome. I know this is going to be ridiculously slow, but I'm not going to be recording throughout the campaign. I will be recording a little bit here to show you how it's going and maybe get some feedback and then play for like 10, 15 years of game time and then record again. So you'll see a few bits here and a few bits there. I've tried what this, well, actually, the computer thing first. I'll be getting an i5 for 40 bucks in like a few weeks. And I'm going to be, because I looked at the specs of the computer and I noticed it only has 4 gigabytes of RAM, I'm going to be installing Windows 7. Even if it had more, I think it's time for a Windows laptop, 7 Windows laptop for me. And I'm going to be stripping the memory of the i7 and seeing if it fits in the i5 motherboard, which it should. And I'm going to be upgrading it to hopefully something like 16 gigabytes. And then I'll have my computer problems sorted out. It will not be a perfect setup, but it will be very good once I get the laptop. The next thing computer-wise that I'll have to buy is a external hard drive and a SATA to USB and SSD to USB connector because I'll be stripping the hard drives from the non-working laptops. And I need an external hard drive to be able to switch data between computers easily, and it's a cheaper form of secure hard drive that you can get on the cheap for the internals of a laptop. Externals, because they do not need to be space efficient, can actually be better for this. So I'll be spending maybe 150 next month, maybe even 200 on buying those things for the computer, and then it'll be all set. So now onwards to the game. Keep in mind this will be glacial in slowness. I have tried a couple of things with the Asari, with the military and astral travels that I do, and the consensus is that it's a pretty good civilization, but the AI right thing where they don't have rights for the AIs is going to bite them in the ass, and that the destruction of the amoeba is completely unforgivable. So attacking systems that have organic life to take their planets is something I should never do. And I have now gone 3 days without drinking sugar based energy drinks. I have drunk 1 cup of cocoa that I made with chocolate powder and milk powder, and that is all the sugar intake in terms of drinks that I have done. I bought the cheapest, smallest chocolate uh, plate, whatever, and it wasn't even as much calories as I'd taken a day in terms of energy. And I calculated that I'm about 1,000 down from where I'd normally be in terms of energy intake in 3 days in kilocalories. So I'm looking at losing maybe half a kilo. I need to shed enough body weight that I don't get these calluses on the bottom of my feet. They make moving around difficult. Otherwise, I have no neuropathic pains that I would associate with diabetes, but the thing I do have is that I form a hard callus on the bottom of my feet when my weight pushes around 80. When it's 70, I don't, and I'm 100 times better at walking without those calluses. They are actually quite painful. They appear regardless of what shoe or sock I wear, but the only thing that seems to be in common when they appear is the weight. So that is good. So that is enough about the private life. Thank you for listening to that one. And this is the Asari simulation by the game's calendar, we're in 23, 21 or something. But if we take the Mass Effect calendar, then we'd be at about 3,000 years before humanity achieves Mass Effect travel. About if we take the Mass Effect calendar at the very early start of the Asari civilization, well before they even had 1,000 or even 500-year age life expectancy. They did not begin at 1,000. I took in the race generation in this game the best leader bonuses and life expectancy bonuses for the nation, as well as the xenophilia options, which allow me to develop the ability to crossbreed with any other intelligent life. Those kind of make it the real world Asari, and I expanded as fast as I could, but I still didn't get a habitable planet near me because I have 0 guaranteed habitable planets, but I had one, which is the one I start with. And there is one that can be inhabited, but it's a holy site to a fallen empire, so they would absolutely murder me if I happen to inhabit that planet. I've gone pretty far in the I've gone pretty far in the transforming of my main planet to an industrial center. I am looking at more of a home planets refine and space stations produce mindset and space stations refine. And also this guy, I think I'll turn into a researcher. I think I need 2 of these. Except that I do need the housing bonus, which comes from having. And they do generate research points, so I'll keep it. Too expensive. I think I shouldn't keep upgrading the defense platforms on anything except that this Thessia ring station. I think I should just look forward to turning the space stations into star fortresses and getting the benefits from there, instead of spending them on fairly pointless road buildings. Found a tear on my skin that looks kind of like it could be a bug bite. A bug bite in a place like this means lice, and if you have lice, you'll be in unbelievable problems. Luckily, I'm cleaning today, so I'll keep a very tight eye on if I happen to see anything resembling lice. If I do, I'm fucked. I'm truly and liberally fucked if there's lice in this apartment. And here's a primitive civilization on this world. Arctic world. They are late medieval. They have recently invented the printing press. Their planet is very small and very insignificant for me. I feel no desire to take it. I'm very much interested in seeing how they develop on their own. They have 10 pops, which I calculate to a billion people. My capital's planet has 64, which I calculate to 6.4 billion. Means we are experiencing lower levels of population than Earth during this time, but our species is slow to reproduce, so that's not a weird thing. I think there is some way to give AIs full rights, but I'm not sure how. I think it requires me to give up the spiritualist thing to do it this way, and I won't do it that way. There is some other way, I think, to make it happen. I'll curtail the number of robots I have because if I can't give them full rights, it seems hardly right to give them, to build them just to be slaves. So I will keep one station that builds them, and even that station I'll be. Well, let me put it like this. I'll put all the research points I can into improving web design until I can hopefully one day consider it self-sentient. Who knows? I have 5 robots total, and you cannot hear manually set them to anything else.
Ledger of situations amended. There is new information in the situation log.
Huh. $167. Not too shabby. Still not too Asari, but not too shabby. Can't wait to clean this room. Getting paranoid about all this stuff. One builder of robots is sufficient. And I think what I'm going to get is bodyboard. Because I foresee myself building a large number of habitats. So, is there like anybody with a question? Like anybody want to know anything about my little Stellaris one? I notice I'm getting old because there's a certain spot on my earlobe that keeps growing hair even though I pluck it. Nose hairs are particularly invasive. And I need more of those stellar accelerators or whatever they are to get my little highway system to work. God, so protected. Fallen by. Spoiling Empire. So I think that's about all I wanted to show you about this one. Let me know if there are any questions. Thank you.